What's up, guys? Welcome back to Among the Fence. My name is Aaron, and if it's your first time seeing one of my videos, I'd like to welcome you to my channel where I do album and single reviews, mainly in the metal genre, metalcore, deathcore, things like that. So if you got anything you want me to review, go ahead and leave a comment below letting me know what it is. And if you do that, don't forget to subscribe and click the little bell icon. That way you get notified when I do upload. That way you don't miss out. Because the last couple videos I've uploaded and reviews I've done have been requested things. And as far as I know, the people who requested them haven't seen them yet, and that's just sad. And on today's review, we're going to be checking out the new single, Bleeding Sun, by the deathcore band Chelsea Grin. Chelsea Grin started about 2007. They are from Salt Lake, Utah, and it's been almost 4 years since they've come out with any music. And whenever Chelsea Grin, even though I'm not that big of a fan of them, whenever they go a period of time without releasing anything, I gotta admit, there is a tiny little hole, a little vacancy of music that is missing from the deathcore genre. Even though their last album, Eternal Nightmare, was their first release featuring their new frontman, Tom Barber, it wasn't really what I or even a lot of other fans were expecting it to be, even musically. And I think the reason for that also is not only did they get a new frontman, they went from having 3 guitar players to just 1. And Bleeding Sun didn't really improve all that much musically. I found the guitar, bass, drums, everything to be fairly underwhelming, boring, and just as generic as it can be. Even though the lack of complexity in the music does make it a little bit easier for people to digest, especially people that are more fans of metalcore and even heavy metal. And that's not to say the music is bad. I mean, there's tons of heavy parts and the song is put together really well. But if I asked someone who's a fan of the genre to think of a basic deathcore musical passage, whatever they're thinking about is probably more creative and more dynamic than Bleeding Sun. As for the vocals, I believe Tom Barber, who is the ex-vocalist for Lorna Shore, really saves the day on this song and gives it all of its character. His vocals are so unique and they're just absolutely insane, especially how he hits his crazy fried highs and his screams and then his extremely deep growls. I don't know how he does any of those ranges without actually hurting himself. And the way how the vocals are back and forth and how they're just not really predictable, it makes the song a little bit more dynamic in that sense, where the music is extremely predictable. You just don't know where the vocals are going to go, and that does add a little bit more character and texture to the song as well. And if you haven't disagreed with me yet, this is where I might lose you, because as far as the lyrics go, I feel like that is probably the weakest point of this album. The subjects it touches on, especially like the political subjects it touches on, where just the damaged environment, corrupt politicians to control through violence, while relevant, especially in the state of the world today, it's just been overdone. I feel like Chelsea Grin just reached for the lowest hanging fruit and ran with it. Especially since they tried to touch on so many different things instead of just picking one topic, honing in on it, and driving it home. They just came across as being very superficial, trying to blanket so many different things, especially like in the first verse. Like, they touch on like 4 different things in the first verse. When you have other heavy hitters in the deathcore genre covering the same thing, but instead of just doing it all in one song, they do it across an entire album, which it just works so much better that way. Instead of trying to blanket everything in one 3-minute song, it just doesn't work that well. It doesn't hit as hard when you just speak on something for one line and one lyric. Like I said, just feels superficial to me. So with all that said, I gotta give Bleeding Sun by Chelsea Grin a 2.3 out of 5. I know a lot of fans are gonna disagree with me, mainly because this song is a little bit better than some of the other songs on Eternal Nightmare, which I agree, this song does have more enjoyment, it is a little bit more memorable, but I feel like they took the easiest, laziest approach to the deathcore genre. It's so basic. This is like cookie cutter music and cookie cutter lyrics right here. Like I said, the only thing that really saves the day is the vocals. Like, if you just take this rating and apply it to the vocals, it would be a 5, but the music and everything else, bring it down. I know Chelsea Grin can do better because I've heard them do better, but one deciding factor I think that has to do with it is that they went from having 3 guitar players to just 1, which cuts back so much on what you can do musically, and it also takes away creative thinking and creative minds when working on a project. But I want to know what you guys think. If you've listened to Bleeding Sun, go ahead and leave a comment below letting me know what you thought. If you haven't listened to it yet, I'm going to leave a link below in the description. Go ahead, click on that, listen to it, and let me know what you would rate it. And if you enjoyed this review, feel free to give it a like. If you're a Chelsea Grin fan and you didn't enjoy this review, feel free to give a dislike. But at the same time, let me know why. Let me know why you think that I'm wrong and why you disagree with me and it deserves a better rating. Or maybe it's the opposite and you think it deserves a worse rating. I don't know. I'm sitting here giving you my opinion, so I would like to hear yours. And if you've got anything you want me to review, go ahead and leave a comment below letting me know what it is. I just put up a new request board that I need to start writing things down on it so you guys can see when I've seen your reviews. I'm going to put them up there on not really like any order. I'm just going to put them up there to also help remind me of things I need to listen to. And I thought it would be fun for you guys to see that, you know, I see your requests and I'm putting them up here. And if you want to see more of my reviews, please don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon. Doing any of those things, liking, disliking, commenting, subscribing, helps me out tremendously. And I appreciate it more than you guys could ever imagine. Even if you give me a dislike and leave a comment telling me I suck, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching my video and taking time out of your day to leave a comment letting me know what you think. And I hope you guys all have a good rest of your day or night whenever you happen to be watching this. Please stay safe. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on out in the world right now. And I will talk to you guys next time.
I was trying